Ever feel like, I don't know, the world runs on magic sometimes?
Hmm.
Like,
Yeah.
seriously, how does my new phone just poof appear?
Right.
It's all thanks to that thing, the supply chain.
Yeah.
And you've been, like, really diving deep into the nitty-gritty of it all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So today, let's crack open some insights from this Supply Chain Savvy podcast episode with Masood Khan that you pulled out.
Absolutely.
This one's called Digital Transformation in Supply Chain Management.
It's a good one.
Sounds kind of intense,
Yeah.
but like at its core, isn't this all about making things run smoother?
It's about bringing supply chains into like the modern age,
Yeah.
making them faster, more efficient, definitely more resilient. Honestly, it's about time.
For real. Okay, so this episode highlights 5 key areas where tech is really shaking things up. Integrated platforms, cloud computing, process automation,
Hmm.
real-time collaboration, and data-driven decision-making.
Big ones. Yep.
Definitely some buzzwords in there.
Yeah.
So I don't know, let's unpack these a bit.
Okay.
Starting with, let's go with integrated platforms. What's the deal with those?
Okay, so picture this. You're a company, right? You're trying to manage your supply chain. You've got one software for inventory,
Right.
another one for shipping,
Makes sense.
another one for talking to suppliers.
Mm,
It's a mess.
total
So-
mess.
Yeah, and that's where these integrated platforms come in. They bring everything together in one system.
Ah.
So everyone involved, from the factory floor to the delivery truck, they've all got access to the same up-to-date info.
So no more, like, lost shipments because someone forgot to send an email.
Exactly. It's all about streamlining communication, cutting down on errors, big time.
Streamlining, I like it.
Okay.
So then there's cloud computing.
Mm-hmm.
That's got to be huge for this, right?
Huge. And it's not just about storing data anymore. It's about flexibility, scalability.
Okay.
Like, say you need to ramp up production for the holidays. No problem. Your cloud-based system can handle it.
It can just scale up like that.
Like that.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it's essential these days.
Makes sense. Now, what about process automation? This one always sounds a bit like, robots taking over the world.
Well, in a way, it is. But these robots are software bots,
Oh, okay.
automating those repetitive tasks.
Gotcha.
Think like order processing, invoice generation, even scheduling shipments.
So stuff we don't even think about.
Right, it all just happens in the background.
Yeah.
This frees up human workers to focus on more, the complex stuff, strategic tasks.
Okay. Yeah, I see how that boosts efficiency for sure.
Exactly.
All right, now on to something I think we can all relate to. Real-time collaboration.
This is a big one.
The podcast used the example of that ship stuck in the Suez Canal, right?
Yeah, that was a mess, remember?
Oh, how could I forget?
Imagine if all those companies had a real-time view of where their stuff was.
Oh, wow.
They could have rerouted shipments, avoided those massive disruptions. That's the power of real-time collaboration.
Yeah.
Knowing where everything is all the time and being able to adjust on the fly.
It's like having a GTS tracker for your stuff,
Exactly.
but on a global scale. Okay, last but not least, data-driven decision-making.
This is where it all comes together.
This is the big kahuna.
Yeah,
'Cause
exactly.
we've got all this data flowing in from integrated platforms, cloud computing, real-time tracking.
Right?
What do we do with it all?
We analyze it,
Okay.
but like really analyze it to make smarter decisions.
Give me an example.
Anticipate problems before they even happen. Optimize routes so you're not wasting time or fuel.
Oh, that's smart.
Right. Or even managing inventory more efficiently so you're not overstocked or, even worse, understocked.
Wow, so it's like having a crystal ball almost.
Kind of.
That's wild.
It's like the difference between, navigating with a paper map and using a live GPS.
Okay, yeah, that's a good analogy.
Yeah.
So it's not just about having, like, the cool technology.
Right.
It's about using that technology to gain real insights
Yeah.
and make smarter decisions.
Precisely. And that's how we create a more responsive supply chain, one that can adapt to whatever challenges come its way.
Man, this deep dive has been eye-opening.
It's a huge field. Yeah.
Supply chain management, it's more than just logistics, It's the backbone of, well, everything.
Absolutely.
Who knew there was so much going on behind the scenes to get that new phone in my hand?
It's amazing when you start to think about it.
Yeah, it really is.
And honestly, this is just the tip of the iceberg. As you keep exploring all this, think about like the ethical side.
Oh, right, like the human impact and all that.
Yeah, the environmental implications of these digital transformations.
Those it can't all be good, right?
Exactly. It's a fascinating and constantly evolving landscape. So much to consider.
I'm kind of overwhelmed. but in a good way.
Huh?
I need to do some more digging into all of this.
Yeah. You and me both.
But until then, thanks for, breaking it all down for me.
Anytime. This is important stuff.
Definitely. It really makes you appreciate the complexity of the world.
Absolutely.
All those invisible systems working together,
Keeps things running.
for better or for worse.
That's a whole other deep dive.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll save that for next time.
Sounds good.